Go.
Hello everyone, I am Daniel Seaman Morales Jr. And now I'm about to read you the story of the prodigal son from Luke 15 verses 11 to 32. Jesus continued, "There is a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the estate.' So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together and all he sent off for a distant country, and they squandered with wealth and wild living. After when he spent everything that was hers, a famine in that whole country, he began to be needed. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of the country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am, starving to death? I will set out and go back to my father,' and said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son, but make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him, and was filled with a compassion for him. He ran to his son and threw his arms around him and kissed him. Then the son said to him, 'Father, I sin against heaven and against you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father says to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe, put it on him, put him a ring on his finger, and sandals on his feet. Being the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. And he was lost and he's found.' So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he was called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. 'Your brother has come.' Then he replied, 'And your father has killed the fattened calf, because he was back safe and sound.' The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded him. But he answered his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobey your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat, so I would celebrate with my friends. But when these sons of yours will have squandered your property with prostitutes comes home, and you kill the fattened calf for him.' 'My son,' the father said, 'you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this is brother of yours, and dead is alive and alive again. He was lost and found.'" The end. So everyone who's watching this video, you must do a lot of fun activities for family fun activity of the prodigal song. For example, if it's the harvest time and you have a younger child of yours, and if you are a mother or father, you should tell your children the story of the prodigal son, and then you must make a paper bag, and then you just put a bag, and then you draw a picture of a vegetable or fruit, and then on the back of the card it shows the question, and then the kids shall answer if it's what will happen, what happened in the story. and we have a creator, because is it because we are the same. It's because us, okay, even though we do bad things and we think God is not going to love us anymore, but he's never going to do that, ever. It's because even though he never gives up on you. And I find a new verse, which is today, on 1 John 3, verse 1. Let me just find it. Okay, 1 John. Oh, here it is. Okay, just give me a second and I'll go find it. This will take a while. Okay, for the new verse. So what great love of the Father has loved us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it do not know him. That's why it's great to become a Christian, and I'm trying to be like my father, because he raised me to be a Christian. And some people are trying to control me to be a bad person doing wrong things, but that's not who I am, and that's who I never want to be, ever. Because I'll grow up to be a great spiritual person, and I will teach other people how to love God and be in his presence. And that's why we can make a difference in him. Because every time when you go to church and some people told you about the Bible and about lessons, they inspire you by your heart and your mind. Then after that, that's how I felt then. I heard that was pretty interesting, especially songs or wrote by Christians. Even though when I heard them every day, and it always touched my heart and the goodwill of them. And I read my Bible so I can keep them the treasure to be in because Jesus lives in our heart. He's three persons in one. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost. That's why you don't have to be a bad person, because Jesus made you special, and he loves you very much. It never has limits. It keeps going on forever, because the greatest man told me that, and the greatest man is my Father. He never gives up on me, and I'll never give up on him, because he's a spiritual man, and I'll be a spiritual man someday in the future, and the generation will go on, grow. So God bless you, and do the same thing too. This is Anna Jose Manuel saying God bless, and I love you all.